Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, welcome. Today's video is going to be a complete time lapse of the Amish pole barn build, and I'm going to answer some questions at the end of the cost, why we did some things, why we didn't do this, and all that. So stay tuned till the very end after the time lapse, and I'll do a little breakdown of the cost and all that. So hope you guys enjoy this video. So I think overall it took like 3 days in between them having to travel, then the rain and all that. I think they got it done in about 3 days or so. All right, so let's jump into the time lapse, come back here, answer some questions. If they got one, you want me to get it for that hole? It's up to you, it don't matter to me either way. Hey, if you want to. Here. They don't have them, I can swing by that maze place that we got filler. That's fine. Okay. You write all everything down? Yeah, 8 super 620. Just wrote on. I'll see if they got it ready. Click on the bottom, go up 30. Now. Go forward a little bit. There you go. A little more. That'll work. Thank you. Okay. Got him. Okay, they about got it all framed up. It's got a little bit of wood left. They're finishing up in the back over there, and then it's gonna be ready for metal. Well, now we're picking up the metal. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, the first garage door is done. They got this side up. I gotta do one little piece of metal right there. Looking good. They'll getting all the sides up and then they'll finish the trim and they'll be done. Okay, so you guys are here for some of the answers I got for you guys. Some of the questions I've been getting, the cost, how big it is, how big the poles they use, why we did 2 garage doors and 2 side doors, what size metal we use, why we did the wainscoting, all that. So let's jump right into it. So the pole barn itself, like we're in right now, is a 24 by 30. I chose that because I have some friends that have about the same size, and we didn't want to spend a lot of, like, I don't know, we didn't want to overdo it on an animal barn, if that makes sense. Now, we're obviously going to be storing feed and things like that in here, and also during the storms, we'll park our vehicles and stuff in here also because we don't have a shop yet. So the shop is where we're going to build a bigger one, spend a little bit more money and things like that. But this one is a 24 by 30 with 2 overhangs, 1 on each side, 10 by 30. 10 wide, 30 long. So they use a true 5x5 post. The posts you get at Lowe's or lumber yards are usually 6x6 or 4x4, and they're not true 6x6s. They're like 5 3/4 or whatever. But these are special ordered that the Amish use, and it's a true 5x5. And they use the 2x6s treated on the bottom and then all the way up, and then the trusses are, you guys can see, they're 2x6 with 2x4s in the middle. We did 2 garage doors. So the reason for the 2 garage doors, obviously, so we can drive all the way through, and that added extra cost. And the 2 side doors, one on each side, one on the front, that side, and then one on the back over here is just for access, convenience for us. We could have saved some money with like 1 door, 1 garage door. I think the garage doors themselves, I don't have a complete breakdown list, itemized list, but the garage doors I do know, I think they said they're like $1,300 a piece installed. So that's like $2,600 of the total cost, and I'm not real sure about the side doors. $200-300 probably, and so that probably within just doors we got about $3,000 indoors. So for the material wise, as far as the metal goes, they used 26 gauge on the roof and then 29 on the side. That's pretty common practice here in Oklahoma. And then they did the trusses 4 feet apart. That another common thing with pole barns and shops. Now, a traditional house, when we built the pole barn house at the other property, I actually did 2 foot on centers because we're sheetrocked it and all that. So for a barn though, not necessary. So the wainscoting did actually add a little increase just because you have to buy extra trim. The metal itself, it wasn't an upcharge. They just had to cut different lengths, but it was the extra trim that added to the price of that, which wasn't significant, but we really liked the wainscoting, and that's why we did that. Literally, it was just for cosmetic, for personal preference that we liked. So let's see, what am I missing here? Like I said, I don't have a breakdown of the actual labor and material separate. He just gave me a complete bid. So the total came out to $17,000 for a complete barn build. And it took them right at 3 days, maybe a little bit more than 3 days, over like a 2-week period. If you guys followed along the series, you guys seen they had a death in the family, had to travel for like a week, and then all the rain that we were getting pushed us back. But if they could have came here this week, I'm pretty sure, like if everything was here, we got all the metal, everything ready, they could bust it out in 3 days, just the 2 of them as a father-son family, and they did a great job. And I'm actually beginning a bid soon for a shop, just so I know how much it's going to cost. Now I'm going to be doing some upgrades in here, stay tuned for that. I'm going to be building a couple pins and doing other things, adding lights and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that video coming soon. If you guys got any more questions that I might have missed that you asked, just leave them down in the comment section. I'll try to answer them for you guys. But hope you guys enjoyed this complete time lapse. I know it's footage I've already shown in like 3 or 4 different videos, but I got requests and I thought it'd be cool to have one video with all of it in there. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Love you guys. Catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.